Hi, this is Wayne, and I'm here with Dan. And we're at Loch Ness, of course, checking out the lake. There's lots of waves and boats, and not much else here. A lot of scenery. We're on a castle. What's this castle called, Dan?
Ulrach.
Yeah, say that 20 times. You're gonna get a sore throat.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a lodge in
this.
this.
The phlegm, you got it back here.
Yep. Do that a lot. That's really. I would not. It's not very sexy to do that around anybody you want to try to impress. Okay, so Dan's going to tell us why this is Loch Ness, of course, home of the famous Loch Ness Monster, which I believe in, I think is out here someplace. Dan, tell us why people seem to think that there is a Loch Ness Monster. What is it about this lake that makes people think that?
The Loch Ness, if you'll notice, and you can see it in the waves here, the waves move in a very peculiar motion. They look like they're coming from all different directions.
Yeah, they do kind of, yeah.
When in that famous picture of the Loch Ness Monster, it looks like a monster going against the current.
Yep.
What that actually is because the lake, because the current, it moves in so many different directions, it actually could be just a log in the lake that's stuck there, and it looks like it's going against the current, but because the current moves in different directions, it's actually not. It's just something that, it looks like something that's moving, but it's actually something that's still, and the current is coming against it. So it's just a log with the current coming against it.
That's what
that's what the famous picture of the Loch Ness Monster
that's what you
is.
think's going on.
That's what I'm pretty certain.
So
that's
you're
what's
saying
going
you don't actually believe there's a monster?
I do not believe there's a
There's
monster.
well, then why? How can you explain this boat going out with a bunch of people on it looking for the monster?
Well, if you look closely on the side of that boat, it says Jacobite. So
it does say Jacobite. Yeah, you can't see that in the video, but yeah, right. So around there it says
Jacobites will believe anything.
I don't know.
They're the most gullible people.
I don't even know what that is. So let's just move on. So we're standing on the castle here, and something interesting happened. Just a minute ago, a jet fighter, a British Tornado, I think, just came right through the loch, very low altitude, about as high as we are right now. Just came flying through. It was really pretty cool. Dan was down in the dungeon peeing or something. I don't know what he was doing, practicing his phlegm thing. He was going
pennies out of the well.
He was like, I can go and pee and drive a car at the same time.
All you can do is hawk it up.
But we were on the castle here, and this is a pretty cool castle. It's kind of a ruined castle, of course.
Yeah.
And this was, what's the story of this castle? Why did it get ruined, Dan?
The British destroyed this castle to prevent the Jacobites from using it as a stronghold during a revolt.
And who are the Jacobites? Because these people who ride on boats.
The Jacobites were actually supporters of King James, as opposed to King somebody else.
How did you learn so much about Scottish history?
Years and years of study.
Years and years, okay.
And the various plaques.
And the plaques around here. All right, well, good. You're a good plaque reader. I'm going to have to try that one of these days, reading. That'd be a good idea. So, you can also see there's lots of ruins here. There's lots of things. There's I think this is cool. There's these slots here where you fire arrows out of. I believe that's for archers. Yep. And you kind of hear, Dan, get over there so they can see this. Pretend you're firing an arrow out the... there you go. Yeah, boom. Yeah, shoot those down, and then when you're done, you pee out that hole right there. It's like, I got to take a leak on my enemies now. That's what I'm going to do.
You got to climb up a little bit.
Yeah.
Unless you're well hung.
Well... I think
Wayne can shoot out.
I am of Scottish ancestry, and us Scottish men are not well hung. I got to tell you the truth. So we must have been importing Italian people or something.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Here's an Italian person now. How about that? Go Vespa. All right, Vespa, good. Vespa, yeah. He's got the Vespa bag on. Look at that. Holy cow, Vespa. That's good. Are you guys gonna jump off the? Don't jump. Whatever you do. Here's another guy. There's another Italian person. All right, cool. Ciao. Yeah. Ciao, babies. So now we're being the castle has been invaded by Italians. They didn't expect that. So we're gonna go down to the water and take a look at that. There's also another thing. There's a catapult. Yeah, that's a catapult or a trebuchet, and it's hard to tell. We'll go down and look at it closer, but that's huge. It's ginormous, and I could probably throw a rock clear across this lake. I think we'll go down and take a look at it in a minute.
Or we could throw a juggler into the lake.
Don't say that. Okay, Dan. So this is it. Tell me why I shouldn't kick you into Loch Ness and have you eaten by the Loch Ness Monster. Give me a good reason.
That water's friggin' cold, and it'll take a long.
Your driving today was dangerous. And I'm going to exert my revenge.
It's very dangerous. This lake is fraught with monsters.
I can see what you mean by the.
It's friggin' cold.
It is. Let's put our hands in there. See how cold it is. Can you tell us? I better hold the camera here. Is that cold or not cold? What does it feel like?
It's about 33 degrees.
No, it's not.
Look at my hand.
Your hands are just old in general. They're old and wrinkly to start out with. You got old person hands. What the hell is going on with there? Let's see. Let's see. Holy moly, that's cold.
I wouldn't lie to you.
I dare you to go strip down and go swimming in there.
All right.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll never come out alive. The monster will eat you.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they feed on American tourists. That's pretty well known.
Shrink up and shrivel.
Let's just move on from that. I don't even want to go there.
I just met my legs.
So Dan, tell us some more about the Loch Ness Monster. What exactly are its mating habits?
Loch Ness Monster, apparently, being the cold time of year, the Loch Ness Monster doesn't come out, and also the little Loch Ness Monster is unable to come out.
Yeah.
So they don't mate during this time of year.
Oh, really? But I've heard they mate for like months at a time. They make love for months at a time.
And you can hear the bellows of the she Loch Ness Monsters across the hills.
Right.
It just echoes through here.
It does. They have big orgasms.
See, many people have thought that is the monsters killing frightened sailors, but it's actually monster humping.
Monster humping, yep. Yeah. And since they screw for so long,
monsters getting the nasty
months at a time.
Yeah.
Then if you're a male Loch Ness Monster, and
that's actually where we get Viagra from.
Well, let me just finish for God's sake. Jesus, I am kicking you into the lake. You have a big mouth and interrupt me. I'm kicking you in the lake. I don't even remember what I was going to say. It was something really freaking funny, Dan. There's the castle again. You can see where we're at. Kind of. There's a little water. It is a really pretty place, actually.
Beautiful.
I could see why people would come here and write and paint and then get really bored like shit and then go back to London. But
it is amazing that there's no mention of the monster in the visitors.
There's no mention of the monster in the Center. They're trying to avoid. They're trying to pretend like, oh, what? You're here for the culture.
Yeah. When you asked the guy if we got our money back if we didn't see the monster, he didn't even answer.
He tried to give a smart outcome. Let's go attack that trebuchet over there.